Alrighty, folks. Thanks for clicking on this video. James Cards FC back again. This is the second video that I'm filming today, but I'll go ahead and release it on Saturday, probably when you're watching this, as a little weekend video so I can spread myself out a bit. But there was one other topic I wanted to go over today after thinking a little bit more about my video on stickers and specifically the Mbappe 2016 foot one. And so I came up with this little presentation, and it's called Alternatives and Why They Matter. And today we're going to discuss a few things, but we're going to mainly focus on why the Mbappe sticker continues to drop while his alternatives either hold in value or increase. And so I want to break that down for you today, and hopefully you can learn something from this. Okay, first things first, important disclaimer again, not financial advice, my own personal opinions I've done through research. I encourage you to challenge me on my views and do your own research as well. So, English, as always, main language, but any typos, mispronunciations are because I'm a dumb American. Prices, pops, general information on this topic could change dramatically by the time you see this video. And again, please do your own additional research. These are just my opinions, and I'd love to hear yours as well. Okay, so let's start with some general theory. I'm going to go ahead and move myself over here, I guess, to give you guys a view of this right here. So, theory. Somebody comes into the market and they want to buy the best Van Basten card possible. Money is not an object to them at this point. They just want to buy the best card they can possibly get. So we have this pile of money right here, and it's just going to go straight to this vote ball. I believe it's actually 1982, but it says 83. Vote ball sticker. This is the rookie sticker for Van Basten. It's pop 20, like I said in my previous video, only 2 higher. Anybody that wants to buy the best Van Basten card has to buy this card. The only alternatives are lower grades of this exact same card or sticker, and maybe there's some sort of ultra-modern patch auto thing that has either come out in the past few years or will come out in the future, but it's unlikely that the person that wants to buy the best Van Basten card will assume that, or will agree that that's the best one, and they'll probably go for this instead. So, no matter what, if you're trying to buy the best Van Basten card, you are stuck with this. And that leads us to the issue that we run into when we talk about ultra-modern players. If I can get the slides changed. Okay, there we go. This one's fun, isn't it? This is Kylian Mbappe with all of what could be his best card. Okay, so we have a much bigger pile of money in this theory because there's a lot more people coming to the market that want to buy Mbappe than want to buy Van Basten. The problem is the sheer number of cards that somebody could consider the best Mbappe card to buy with their money. So, starting up here, we have the PSA 10 rookie sticker, true rookie sticker, only card or sticker released for Mbappe in 2016. It's his true rookie. That should be the card, right? Its PSA 10 pop is over 200. By the time we're all said and done, by 2026 or whenever our market reaches its peak, it could be 300-400. We just have no idea. So we'll say 200 or so for now. There's 200 of these. Okay, that could be his best card. Over here, we have a gold tops chrome, an orange tops chrome, and a red and a superfractor. Red and superfractor I don't think have sold. I didn't see any sales history on it. So those are still out there. So if you want to buy the best one in the market, you're probably going for the orange or you're going for the gold. You can make cases for both. Gold is a more premium color. The BGS 10 has a higher grade. Orange, it's lower pop, 9.5 lower grade, blah, 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 blah. We can debate this forever. But if somebody comes to market and wants to buy the best Mbappe card, they now have to choose between this, this, and this. Okay? And we'll continue. Same pile of money. And we'll go over here. This is the Prism set. Some people will make the argument, I don't agree with them, that this should be the best Mbappe card. But they can make their own decisions on that, and they will have these options. They have a gold out of 10, which they consider the best card. They have the gold power or a gold vinyl Prism out of 5. Could consider that the best card. I know some people prefer this over this, despite the fact that it's lower numbered. They can debate how they want to debate it. The fact is that they have to choose between these and the one of one that I don't believe has been pulled or sold yet. So you have to choose between now all these, and all these. And we'll keep going. Then you have the 2018 Kaboom. Super short print, came from the Panini Kaboom set. I don't own this card. I love this card. If it wasn't so expensive, I would buy one. Unfortunately, missed the boat on this when I entered the market, but it is a beautiful card in my opinion. You have the base version, you have the gold version, and you have the green version. You're probably not going to say the base version is his best card. You can make an argument the gold is. You can definitely make an argument the green is, because the green's one of one. So now you have to choose between all these, all these, all these, and all these. Same pile of money. We'll keep going. This is the zebra print, super short print of the field level insert. I think it's out of 25. So that's a really good card. The gold, I don't know if it's sold or not, but they're out there. It's out of 10. I think the Messi in the set sold for 70 grand or something like that. So the Mbappe is probably going to go nuts when it eventually does come to auction, if it hasn't already. So you have that one, and you also have the one of one. So you have all those, all these, all these, all these, and all these. And then we get into my favorite segment here, which is the unreleased stuff. So it's likely at some point that Mbappe will have patch autographs. He doesn't have any autos in any set. Someday he probably will have patch autos. When they get released, there will be an argument that whatever the first one is, or whatever the one with the best patch is, if there's a Nike patch, a PSG patch, a Real Madrid patch, a France kit patch, blah, 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 blah. We could go on forever with unreleased cards. There's a likely scenario that one of them comes out and people say this is now the best Mbappe card. And so now you have to compete with all the ones that may come out in the future, all of these, all of these, all of these, all of these, and all of these to determine what is the best Mbappe card for someone to buy. So the point here is that despite 2016 being his only true rookie, there is an abundance of alternatives that will pull away the narrative of the true rookie and the dollar value of the true rookie as well, because now this money pile is being split in all these different directions, and despite the fact that the majority of people, and this is not the case right now, but if the majority of the people in the market believe this is the best rookie card, there is still a very likely scenario that all of these cards will cost more than it just due to the populations. So this, in theory, is why the Mbappe PSA 10 does not see the jumps that these cards do. And it's purely due to this pile of money being split so many different ways across so many different parallels, and all these parallels are going to be lower pop than this is. So we'll take it another step further here in a second, but I want to talk about this point as well. So now that I've gone through all those different examples, I want to talk about this. True collectors are currently massively outnumbered in our market. We can shout until our faces turn blue that the 2016 sticker for Mbappe is his only true rookie, and that's the card you should go for. We can talk about this endlessly. I agree that that's probably the card you should go for. From a historical precedent, it makes the most sense. That should be his best card. Historically, that is true. The problem is, in reality, the majority of our market has decided that they do not care that that is the only 2016 produced card of Mbappe. That's just how the market is right now. This could change in the future, but currently, people have decided that they would rather buy different things. So I have this point right here. They would rather have shiny / eye-appealing cards with less historical significance. This is the majority of our current market. This is not wrong. And this is something that took me a really long time to wrap my head around. And it's something I think we all need to come to terms with. It is not wrong for somebody to come into the market, no matter what level they're at, and say, I would rather have a BGS 10 gold Mbappe from Topps Chrome than I would have as true rookie. That's not wrong. It's their decision. It's their money. At the end of the day, this is a hobby. The market does not function rationally or efficiently at all times. So what we can do from this is we don't fight it and continue to push down people saying, no, you have to buy this, you have to buy this, you have to buy this. It's ridiculous. It's a hobby. Stop. Let people buy what they want. Okay? So don't fight this. Learn from it. So this is the point I want to get to here. The ultra high-end buyers want cards other people can't get. 200 plus people right now can get a Gem Mint Mbappe rookie sticker. That is not appealing to the type of buyer that we're talking about when people come to the market and the rich person out there wants to buy the best Mbappe card. The person that's the biggest Mbappe fan that has a bunch of disposable income, they want to buy the best possible card, the rarest, the one that nobody else can get. They're not buying the rookie sticker. They might, as on a lower level, want to buy it, but they want to get the best of the best. So we see this in all other markets for the sports card hobby. The 1986 Fleer Jordan PSA 10, I actually don't know how many people know this. It should be common knowledge, but that is far from Jordan's most expensive card. That card goes for anywhere between $250 to $300K right now. Jordan's best cards actually go for between $3 and $5 million, and there's probably 50 to 100 of them that sell for more than his PSA 10 Fleer does. And that's just because of the function of what I said before. People want, this high-end buyer wants the ultra rare, ultra high-end stuff, and not necessarily the one that is the most historically important or the one that the deep people in the hobby care about the most. They just want the flashiest, rarest thing that they can possibly get. So, moving forward to a simplified version of the theory that I showed before that talks about this sort of mentality. So, as it says here, both these cards cost around 10K right now. Let's go ahead and assume a buyer is coming to the market and they have $10,000 to spend on one Mbappe card, or somewhere in that range. This is their pile of money. This is their 10K. There's a PSA 10 Pop 41 Mbappe Kaboom, or there's the PSA 10 Pop 190 of the rookie sticker. Quick math will tell you that 1 out of every 4 people in the market, if this happens, if 1 out of every 4 people in the market prefer the Kaboom in the given price range, it will command a higher price. And this is just a function of the population reports. This has 4 times the pop, so if 1 out of every 4 people prefer this one will demand a higher price. So, stating that, the same thing, just a different way. The 2016 sticker needs 4 times the demand of the Kaboom in the given price range in order to command a higher price. 4 times as many people need to say, at the 10 to 15, 20K range, I would rather have this than this. You need 4 times as many people to say that. So, putting that math out there, knowing what we know about our current market participants, which of these do you think has a higher upside? Do you think 4x or more people in the 10, 15, 20K price range want this? Or do you think it's 25% would rather have this? That's the question here you got to ask yourself. And this is a basic theory fundamental of why stuff like this moves up exponentially, whereas stuff like this is staying flat, because not a lot of people, especially if this was a green or a gold, not a lot of people have to prefer this to this in order for this to go up a ton. It's just a function of the populations and demand. We can say that in the future, more people will come to the market and prefer this, but at the same time, more people come to the market, more people will prefer this as well. It's just a matter of the rate at which they prefer them. So just something to think about to get you thinking about why these prices are what they are and how the demand and the math plays out there. So, looking ahead, move myself over here for this one. Alrighty. So, looking ahead, it's theorized that fanatics and the natural growth of our hobby will increase our market participants at a large scale in the future. It's talked a lot that 2026 is going to be a turning point in the market. I agree, 2026 will bring a lot of awareness to the market as well, probably more on the American side than the global side. The global side is probably more of a slow burn, but I think fanatics will do a lot for promotion, and this 2026 World Cup will be massive for the United States specifically. That's all my own opinion. Anyways, next point. It's possible that the new entrants in the hobby will vastly outnumber the current participants, and they could have a very different opinion on which cards to value. So, there is a scenario in which the fanatics and newer buyers come into the market, they see the Mbappe rookie sticker, and they say, that's the one I want. There's a scenario they come into the market, and they only care about the fanatic sets that are produced. They only care about patch auto stuff. They much prefer inserts like kabooms and all this stuff. We just have no idea what these new participants are going to do. So with that in mind, just be aware that there's a possibility that the new participants will outnumber us current players in the market. So that brings me to the third point. With this in mind, I believe that it is in your best interest to target players and cards with very few alternatives. And this leads into point number 4. I would rather gamble on which players people want to buy than have to gamble on which players plus sets plus cards within those sets to buy. So, going back to the very beginning, if somebody new is coming into the market and they want to buy a Van Basten sticker, they want to buy the best possible Van Basten thing they can buy. They've got one stop shop. It's the one Van Basten rookie sticker, and there are 20 of them. If that person comes to the market and wants to buy Mbappe, they have a massive number of options to choose from, and the odds that they value things the same way you do are just not realistic, and they will have their own opinions, set their own rules, and they will buy what they like. So that'll bring me into my conclusion slide here, where I go through an example that I have of myself. So, starting at the top. This is an inefficient market because it's a hobby. prices won't always make objective sense. We see this in every other end of the sports card market. Baseball players that are better than other baseball players all time, their cards don't sell for as much despite lower pops. Good example in basketball would be Tim Duncan cards don't sell for nearly as much as the other top 10, 15 greatest players of all time because Tim Duncan is boring. Personal opinion here and general opinion of the hobby, Tim Duncan's boring, doesn't have a brand, isn't all this other stuff. So despite the fact that he's a better player than a lot of the players that get more money tossed at him, he's just not as appealing and people don't invest in his cards. So that's just an example to say that the hobby will not always make objective sense because it is a hobby. So with this, you need to use that to your advantage. You need to identify cards with good fundamentals, few alternatives, and strong eye appeal, because when new people come to the market, I believe that the first thing they want to do is buy cards that look nice to them. And so that's a subjective basis, but I think there's objective things as well. When you look at a card, you can all agree that this is a great looking card. So it's things to keep in mind when you're looking to purchase things. Last thing here, don't get upset that people don't value cards the same way you do. Don't allow that to frustrate you and make bad decisions. So, from a pure fundamental standpoint, and I could break this down, I believe that this right here, 2017 Panini Foot Adrenaline Mbappe card number 190, is the best Mbappe card to buy. I think this is it. It is ridiculously low pop. You could not order it from the Panini website, unlike the other Adrenaline cards in the set. He's in his Monaco kit. This is his only card with a Monaco kit that you could not order from the Panini website. It's pack pulled. It is insanely hard to get in a grade above a PSA 7, so I could go through all those fundamental reasons for why you should be targeting this Mbappe card. But the market may never agree with me, and that is okay, because the market can come in and say, we don't care about this card because it's an Adrenaline card. It's ugly because it has those numbers on there. I don't care if he's in his Monaco kit or not because now he plays for Madrid, he plays for Liverpool, whatever happens with Mbappe. Fundamentally, I believe this card is the best Mbappe card to buy, but I have big doubts that the market would ever come to agree with me. And for that reason, I cannot personally recommend myself to invest in this because while I see the fundamental math behind it, the hobby, I don't believe will ever see it. So, that basically wraps up everything I have to say in this presentation. I hope that I was able to ramble through some important points there. There's a lot of complex theory going on here, but I think the basic conclusion of this is that people are going to come in and they're going to buy what they like, and fundamentals, while important, won't tell the entire story. So there's a lot of different factors going on here, and the best thing that you can do and the best advice I can give you is to target things with very few alternatives so you don't have to get your head spinning like in that Mbappe graph trying to figure out exactly which Mbappe you should be investing in. It's much easier just to find cards and players with very few alternatives and feel good about the fact that eventually someone will come into the market wanting to buy that player, especially if they're an all-time great. So at the end of the day, I thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. If I made any sense, feel free to make a comment. If I didn't make any sense, feel free to make a comment as well. If you'd like to see more content like this, feel free to subscribe. Leave me a comment if there's another topic you want to see covered here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you again so much for the support, and I will see you next time.